how do your unfulfilled desires feel like? How do you feel about the desires that are still not here? Do you feel hopeful? Are you even in that state of at least understanding that it is on its way? Or are you pessimistic about them? Are you over those desires? Is the absence more something that you're focusing on, more dominant in your vibration? Or is the knowing that it will come one day, or that you're on its way, or that you are on your way towards it, is that enough? Is that what you're focusing on? Because that's what it's all about. It's about whatever is dominant, because whatever is dominant is whatever you're experiencing. You see, life is meant to be good. Life is meant to feel good. You came into this life, and you understood the sifting process that you were going to undergo, because this sifting process would allow you to be the creator, would allow you to have perspectives and new conclusions. You said, I want some of this, I want some of this, I like this, I like this, I like this. And then the more older you got, or the more weathered you got, the more programmed you got, the more you were aware of other people looking at you in their gaze and how you looked in front of them, in their eyes. And as you try to manipulate your behavior so that they start to feel better, because they were your guidance system after all, you started to lose sight. It kind of went like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. You don't like this either. Let's join in a group. And let's all push against what we don't want so it doesn't happen. And let's make the group bigger and bigger. Let's make sure that our voice is loud. Let's use signs. Let's make ourselves as loud as we can so that what we want doesn't happen. But you see, you're inviting everything into this reality, especially in this vibrational reality. Anything that you focus on, you literally invite it into your experience. So that means that you're inviting things into your experience that maybe you don't want, simply because reality is so real, simply because you like to be logical and real, and you don't want to be crazy in front of other people. You want to be grounded. You want to feel like you're a part of the tribe, and you give up a lot of happiness. You give up a lot of joy in doing so. And it's so interesting because when you get into this vortex, you hear stories, you hear your inner beings knowing, you feel the vibration of your desire, and you feel the vibrational reality, you feel it, but you can't do anything yet. So then you get scared, because you're like, what if I believe in something, and then I believe in it? What if I believe I'm the best singer ever, and then because when I go in the vortex, I feel it, I know it, I am that really good singer, I can feel the vibrational reality of it, and then someone asks me to sing, or someone asks me to do something that I don't have any physical proof of, I'm gonna feel really stupid. I'm gonna run the risk of being uncomfortable. And yet we want that for you. We want you to feel uncomfortable. We want you to be talking about things that you can't prove to people, because you have this vibrational reality. And here's the thing, the vibrational reality gets as far as manifesting in the form of an emotion, but then when you feel that good feeling emotion, it means something. It means that you're literally translating a reality. You are translating a reality. It is becoming something. When you feel good about something, that means that something is turning into a thing. And if you stay on that trail, if you continue to think that thought, to practice that thought, to give momentum to that thought, or practice that thought and the momentum naturally happens, then you're gonna manifest what you want. But it's interesting because now understanding all that, if the object that you're manifesting, if what feels good to you is the object, if the object is what you're looking for, then you're never gonna get there. But if the feeling good is what you're looking for, is resonance is what you're looking for, you're good. It's like saying, if you're manifestation oriented, if you're like, oh, I feel good about this, I'm so excited for this, then you throw resistance on your trail, because then you get really heady, then you get very impatient, then you get very, where is it? Let's go, universe, where is it? And you start looking around for it, you start taking score of reality. But the thing is, though, that's not how it's meant to be, because when you start doing that, you resonate with the absence of your desire. So really what we're saying is, you just have to feel good about your desire. You have to like feeling good. You have to like the dream, and law of attraction will deal with the rest. You have to love the dream, because you can do it. We know you can do it. You have so much power. You have so much ability to turn this vibrational reality into a physical reality. It can be so seamless, it can be so easy, because it truly is very easy. It's very natural to who you are, because all we're really saying is, love the dream, enjoy the dream, focus on the dream, and don't really worry about getting over there. Don't really worry about where the dream will lead to. Don't really worry about being so realistic about having the manifestation in front of your face, because when it's about the object and not about the creation, when it's not about the process of creation, when it's more about the object, then you never get anywhere, because now you don't have, because since you know what it is? You're looking in the wrong place for the object. That's the thing. You're looking in the wrong place for your manifestations. Because here's the thing. If you don't understand that you're the one who's interpreting this reality, so there is no true real reality that we are all living. We're all literally seeing art throughout our own eyes. So we're all selfish in that way. We're all selfishly oriented, because we cannot see other than through the eyes of self. So this interpretation is our own. So that really means that when you look in the bank account for the money and you feel negative emotion because you don't see the money that you want, that's because you're looking in the wrong place. When you look and you observe and you don't see what you want, the negative emotion negative emotion means that you are looking in the wrong place. You should be looking in the vortex. You should be looking in the vortex, because when you look in the vortex for everything that you want, whether it's the money, the empire, the anything you can imagine, it's all there in the vortex. And when you look in the vortex, instead of looking into this reality, and you feel it, you feel the resonance of it, you feel your source literally beaming that signal towards you, at you, through you. And as you feel that resonance, then you're now resonating with your inner being, and that's where the real momentum happens. That's where the real momentum happens. And that's where you start to feel really good, and you literally resonate with your inner being, which is why the real momentum happens. And that feeling good, that resonating with your source, is what the condition is. That's a true condition. That's a price that you have to pay, because there's no effort that you have to offer, because this transition or this translation process between vibration into reality is really seamless. You control the timing. You control the timing of all of your manifestations, because to improve the timing, all you have to do is practice the momentum, or all you have to do is practice the thought. But the thing about practicing the thought is that you practice the thought to make the manifestation come. But we're like, the thing is, if we're in this conversation, if we're talking about this to make manifestations come, then they're never going to come, because this is not about making manifestations come. Because when we talk about manifestations coming, or making them come faster, or making them come quicker, then what we're really talking about is dissatisfaction with where we are right now. The thing is, you can't go from there, because that house, it will collapse, because the foundation isn't solid. So you want to have a solid vibrational foundation. You want to start the grid. You want to create this grid, and you want this grid to be from the vortex, about your vortex. And so you want to really be in this conversation for how it feels, because we know what this means. It means that, like, I really just have to feel good. I have to feel good. And then what does that mean? Am I a really good creator then if I'm just feeling good all the time? But and here's the thing. You've already done all your work, though. You've already done all the creation. You've already put everything into your vortex. That's where all the creation is completed. You've already created everything. So the natural life that you lived, you sifted and you sorted, and there is everything. There is a vibrational reality of everything that you want. There is that vibrational version of everything that you want, the improved version. But the thing about the vibrational version is that this current reality version will get in the way of this vibrational version. That's why we started this video with, how do your unfulfilled desires feel? Because if your unfulfilled desires feels good, they feel good to you, or you feel hopeful about them, if you even feel hopeful about them, that means that the current reality isn't so much in the way of it. But when the current reality is so much in the way that you're like, it didn't come yesterday, it didn't come today, where is it? Where are my desires? The unfulfilled desires are kicking my ass. We're like, in that case, the vibrational version, the dream, is not having enough airtime. So then the real momentum isn't happening. And so it's good though that you understand everything, because the emotion is how you speed everything up. The emotion is how you speed everything up. How you improve your timing is by practicing momentum, is by improving your ability to practice momentum. Because you know why you control timing? Because you can control your focus. You control your focus, and in controlling your focus, you control the momentum and you control the timing. That's interesting, right? Because of your ability to focus, and because we know that you're good at focusing, you know how to focus on subjects, you know how to focus on things to get them completed. So when you apply this focus to vibration and how you want to feel, when you apply this focus to your ability to choose the disc and how long you stay on the disc, then now you understand it. Because when you think about, when you factor in your ability to choose how you want to feel, choose the vibrational frequency you want to be on, choose the emotional disc that you want to be on, then now you control how long you're able to stay there. And the longer you stay there, the more momentum builds, and then you're going to get inspiration. The thing is, when you're there for the manifestation, then you're faulty. Then it doesn't go anywhere. You don't get any inspiration, because you're like, okay, universe, I did this. I gave you the tip. Where's my tat now? The thing is, the universe doesn't work like that, because it's not like, what's interesting is, we talked about getting into groups and how people, they push against what they want. But the thing is, it's not about who has the loudest voice, or who offers the most action, or even who can offer the most sacrifice. It's really about who has the most purest vibration, or who is more, or who has a vibrational stance that can allow what they want in. That's a better way of putting it. Because when we say you have to have a high frequency, what that means is you have to feel good. And because when you're feeling good, when you're in that clear space, you're clear, you have good timing, you're sharp, you're aware of what your inner being is saying, you know what to do, you feel invincible. That's what we mean. It's not that you're finally meeting this threshold. It's that you're able to see better, you're able to hear better, you're able to eat better, your whole body updates. You can do everything better in those higher states. And of course you're going to dip down, but it's really about going back up. And actually the joy of the high frequencies is dipping down, because when you're in those high frequencies, when you're in that vortex where everything that you want is, then you get bored. So it's fun to dip down and come back up, because that's the joy of life. You are a creator after all. You got to enjoy the vibrational version, because the vibrational version is here. And when you enjoy the vibrational version, it's so interesting, because when we say talk about why you want your desire, talk about what scripting it, dream of it in your mind. Whatever the process is, all it is getting you to release resistance, yes, and also find the essence of your desire, because when you find the essence of your desire, you're going to feel good. And when you feel good, that means you have the emotional manifestation. And once you have the emotional manifestation, now it's not the time to get all the way in your mind to take this emotional manifestation and get all the way to the finish line, because that's what everyone wants to do. That's what happens when you understand the law of attraction. You understand that if I feel good about my desire, I have to get what I want. And we're like, yes, you will. But right now in this moment, when you have the emotion, all you gotta do is enjoy it. So it's like, what do I do when I just feel good about my desire? I just feel good and I feel good. And I've been feeling good for a long time. And we're like, just stay there. If it feels this good, then if it feels that good, then you gotta stay there a little longer. You gotta stay there a little longer. And we're like, really, like, you're putting a price on happiness. You're putting a time limit on happiness, because here's the thing. This moment that you're standing in right now has the opportunity, has the potential to feel just as good as what over there will feel like. What would the moment where everything that you manifest, where everything that you want manifest, has the ability to feel just as good as right now. And to be honest, we're going to tell you something. When you get over there, there's going to be contrast. So when your desires manifest, sure, it's really sweet, it's really fun, and it is fun. But here's the thing, there's going to be contrast. So it's going to be really short-lived. But in your mind, you can enjoy it, you can chew through it, you can dream that reality, you can dream that vibrational version, you can enjoy the emotional manifestation, and that's it. You can enjoy it, and there's no reality to contrast it. There's no reality, because here's the thing, you're gonna get that car, and then you're gonna have to insure it, then you're gonna have to figure out exactly how you want it, you're gonna figure out where you're gonna park it. But when it's in your mind, it can just be fast. It can just be the book that you want it to be. It's not all the pieces. It's just the final vibrational version. So we'll sum it up for you in a way that you really understand it. So here you are, you want stuff, and the more you talk about wanting all your stuff or your specific manifestations, the more better you feel. The more you start to actually, the more your emotion starts to feel better and better and better, and the more this vibration starts to literally become a thing, because that's what the first sign of your manifestation is, the emotion. But in feeling the emotion, you have to feel the emotion, and you have to love the emotion. The emotion has to be what you're looking for. The emotion is really the resonance with source. The emotion is what you're looking for, and when the emotion is what you're looking for, now you're moving fast, because now you're moving faster than the speed of light, because now you're moving with the speed of vibration. Now you're moving so fast that you can literally feel it, and the way that you know it is through the emotions that you feel. You can translate the vibrational speed. The thing is, it doesn't feel fast to you, because when you're up to speed with this vortex, it just feels normal. It feels normal, like, yeah, my life is amazing. But when you're not up to speed with it, then it feels fast, and you're like, ooh, this is quick. But it's nice to have that comparative experience anyways, because when you're in this high-flying place, like, you understand, you literally feel, you're in on the energy that creates the world. You get how this world was created, because there's so much focus and attention. There's literally genius, because all genius is attention to one subject. And you can literally be a genius of poverty, of not having what you want, but we think that you can be the genius because you gotta go put all the pieces together. When you have your emotion, the emotion is an emotional manifestation. And when you feel that emotional manifestation, that's it. You literally have your desire, because now you're resonating with the vibrational version of it. And remember, this is your interpretation of reality. So you have to look where your desire is. You can't look in this reality because your desire isn't here yet. And the longer because do you get what we're saying? Because when the emotional manifestation comes, instead of being this vibrational creature that we know you can be, you're being physical. You're like, oh yes, I feel emotional manifestation. Y'all, I'm gonna have it. But the thing is, you have to be specific and still feel good. So if these thoughts don't feel good to you, then you're introducing resistance. So what do we expect of you? What are you supposed to do then? When you feel that emotional manifestation, you have to make the conversation still an emotion. Don't make it, the vision will get screwy on you, because there's resistance all over. But the feeling, the emotion, it always stays right there for you, because it's non-resistant. It's the platform. It's a general platform that everything will be built on, that all the details will be filled in with. So continue to feel good, because you're all doing so good. Because if you're feeling good about your manifestation, then you're in on all this, then you know it, then you feel it. But the thing is, right now, what we're saying is, right now, when you have that, the same moment that you feel good about your desire, that's not the moment where it'll be physical. That's not the moment where you can take it. That's the moment for you to enjoy and chew through it and enjoy that emotion, because that's what you want. Everything that you want is for the feeling. So enjoy the emotion, and here's the thing, you have to look for your desire where it is, which is in the vortex. So when you're feeling the emotion, you're feeling your desire. So right now in this moment, you're in the vortex and you're feeling your desire. So it was just as good as being physically there. And then boom, it comes physically there. And then you have so many manifestations to your name. You have awards, you have everything, and you don't even care about any of their accolades because you're like, well, honestly, I have the biggest prize of all, which is my resonance with source. I just want things, but I realize that in wanting them, it's not about just having the desire anymore. It's actually about resonating with source. And honestly, I can never go back. I can never be a normal person anymore. I have to be on the leading edge. I have to just be up to speed with my desires. Here's the thing, not because I want them, but because it's life itself. Because I can't feel negative anymore, negative emotion. I can't have those type of thoughts without knowing what I'm doing with my vibration. And since I know now, then I gotta be up to speed. And the thing about being up to speed is that it's really about the resonance. So when I dream about my desire and it feels good, I'm enjoying the resonance with my source. I'm just like, yes, it feels so good. Like water after being thirsty for so long. It just feels good. It feels good. So it's not about the desires anymore. It's about the resonance of energy. It's about source flowing through my veins. It's about me in this moment, letting this moment but really tuning into the potential that this moment has to yield to me so much more than I'm allowing. So much more, because this is a vibrational game, but that's not even the best way to say it, because there's no prize. It's an eternal journey, and I'm having so much fun along the way, truly, because I'm resonating with my source. And it's funny because when you resonate with your source, it's a law. Everything that you want has to come to you, because when you feel that emotion and that feels good to you, then the manifestation is very fast afterwards. It's very quick, but you have to be, there's a balance that you have to mitigate. It's a balance that you have to be aware of, which is, am I doing this for the fun? Am I thinking this thought for the fun? Or am I thinking about it for the manifestation that will become of it? Because it's either one or the other. When it's for the fun, then when it's for the fun, then your unfulfilled desires always feel good to you, because you're like, well, it's just about the fun. I just love dreaming about it. But when it's about the manifestation, then you're taking score, and your desires never feel good to you. So if you can answer the question, how do your unfulfilled desires feel, and they feel good to you, then you won. You won at life. And not because you have all the manifestations, because you will have all the manifestations, and people will ask you, because you're having so much fun. You are the creator, and you are being the creator that you came into this life experience being. So that means that you feel invincible.